Hey everyone, so today I'll be showing you how to clean your DSLR camera and its lens. So everything on the table that you see here right now is what we're going to be using besides the air compressor. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with the camera body itself, and I'm just going to grab a microfiber cloth and go roughly over the body. So I like to use the same cloth from the LCD, as when you use products on your LCD, it might take off the film. And when you clean it, you want to go into small little circles, as it leaves less streaks. Just go roughly over this. You guys can spend a bit more time when you do this, as I'm just doing this quickly to show you. Don't forget the mount when you're cleaning, as this can get really grimy. So once we're done with that, we'll go into a bit more detail, and we're going to take off the rubber padding here. So when you do this, you just want to lightly push up, and it should slide off gently, and you can put that over here. So when you do this, you want to grab your lukewarm water that we have set aside and dip the tip of your cloth into it. Just take off all the excess water. I'm just going to go over this, as when you're looking to your viewfinder, most of the oils off your forehead or eye can grease this up. So you just want to take all of those oils off. Alright, and next thing we're going to do is just clean the rim of the viewfinder. Make sure not to touch the actual lens. Alright guys, so once you're done cleaning the rubber part of your viewfinder, you just put that aside and take out your mini lens brush, and you're going to just take out the brush part of it by pushing up on the brush, and you're just going to wipe off the viewfinder with it to get all the little dust specks off. Once you're done brushing this off, you can just put that away. Take off, unscrew the other side of it, and this is just to polish the viewfinder. Just rub in tiny little circles. Alright, that should be good. Screw that back on. Alright, now you can take your viewfinder cover and you can slide that back on just by aligning it with the plastic part and then pushing down. Alright guys, so once we're done with that, we're going to come back to the microfiber cloth, dip that back in the lukewarm water, squeeze out any excess, and we're just go over the camera body again with it. Make sure to take off any grease or grime completely. Try not to go over the LCD with the water, as it's going to leave streaks. Alright guys, so once we're done with that, we can put that away. Alright guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to clean the ports of your DSLR. So what you want to do is, if you have like a compressed air can, or in this case I'm going to be using an air compressor, I don't recommend using this, as there can be tiny debris particles because it's not clean air. You're going to face your camera down, so the ports that you're cleaning are facing down, and you're just going to lightly blow out all the dust. Alright guys, that should be good. Make sure to clean the rubber too, so that the dust doesn't go back into the ports. Alright, just close that. Alright, and that should be good for the camera body. So it's pretty simple cleaning that. Now the next thing we're going to start with is cleaning the actual lens. So what you want to start with is take off the lens cap if you have one on, which you should. And we're going to clean that lens cap first, as you don't want the dust that's on the lens cap coming back onto the lens after you're done cleaning it. So we're going to take the same microfiber cloth. You're going to damp in some water again. And we're going to just go over the inside. And the outside of the lid. Alright, you can set that aside now. I would face it down so no more dust can get inside of it. So the first thing that you want to do is I would start with the air compressor again. And I would just take off all the dust on the outside of the lens. Make sure to get into the little crevices of the rubber. And when you're cleaning the lens element, you just want to face it down while doing it so no dust can get inside. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so now we're going to take the large lens pen and we're going to just take the brush side of it and just brush off all the extra dust. We just use a compressor, so it should be fine. And now we're going to put that away and take off the other side, and we're going to just clean the front glass of the lens. Little tiny circles just to make sure that you get every little spot. Make sure to use the edge of the pen to get into the little crease of the side of the glass. Alright, that should be good. Make sure when you're cleaning the barrel of the lens that you don't use your air compressor, as this will send dust inside of the lens. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take the dry side of the microfiber cloth and just to wipe all the dust away with the barrel. When cleaning your barrel, this is going to help with your zoom control, as it's going to make it smoother. Alright, so you can put that back down. What you're going to do, you're going to take the lens cap off your lens, and we're going to just quickly rinse that out with the air, just to make sure no dust gets inside the elements. And when you're cleaning your lens, you always want to make sure not to touch your element, as this could definitely mess it up, because it's a very sensitive part of your lens. Alright, now you can put this aside. Most of you are probably wondering at this moment, how do I clean the sensor of my camera? And I'd strongly advise you to take it to your nearest service center to get this done, as you won't be liable for any damages that are done to the camera. Because I've had past experiences where maybe you press too hard on the sensor or the mirror, and then the actual mechanism to put the mirror up will stop working. So you definitely don't want to do that, as it will cost more money than trying to get it fixed. But another way you can clean this sensor is turn on your camera, and if you go to the menu of the camera, so most cameras, when you go to the menu, will have an option that says mirror lockup. So when you do this, it says sensor cleaning, and it'll lock up your mirror. This allows for people to get in there and clean it, or when you turn it back off, it vibrates the sensor so that any dust particles will just fall off. And when you do this, you want to clean your sensor, because once your camera gets a bit older, you'll notice you want to clean your sensor because after a lot of use, you're going to start to notice some tiny black specks on your images or even through your viewfinder. And this is caused by dust onto the sensor itself. This is why you need to clean it. You want to clean your sensor so that your images come out clean without any blemishes. So that's basically how you clean your DSLR camera. And I recommend you do this at least once a month just to keep your camera in healthy condition. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Questions or ideas, you can leave them down in the comment section. And if you like this video and want me to do more videos like this, just leave a like. Thanks.